Hello everybody, my name is Luke Marr and this is HauteLeMode, and today on HauteLeMode we're doing something a little bit different, but it's pretty similar to what we normally do, which is we're reacting to fashion TikToks. Now the thing is, normally I react to upcycling and designers creating, and I still want to do that. I still like to do that. Also, something that happens a lot on TikTok is that's where a lot of like fashion discourse, conversation, interesting things, tidbits, but at the same time you gotta kind of post on all the different platforms, and so I'm not always able to do that because I am in fact lazy. And so the thing is, I want to look at what's going on in the zeitgeist of fashion on TikTok and also share it with you guys and react and talk and conversate. And so I feel like this video of me just reacting to some TikToks that I've saved could be a fun way to do that. So I hope you guys enjoy. We have a lot to discuss, a lot to get into, and I'm ready. I'm pumped. 2024, new year, new me. Give it 5 to 7 business days and I will be back to the old me, but I'm gonna try. So I don't really have a theme here. We're just vibing. We're just going through some of my talks, as we call them, just seeing what's going on. I just save things that I find interesting, things to reference. So we're just gonna go through and look. So first up, we have a pretty good one. I'm excited about this. Now this is the Chloé exhibit that is in New York. If you're in New York, you happen to be here, go check it out. It's at the Jewish Museum, which is maybe like 10 blocks up or so from the Met. So if you're like going to the Met, because you're going to go see the Women Dressing Women exhibit, which you should also go see. The Chloé exhibit is up there too. The thing about Chloé is it's a brand I don't really know. Well, I know enough about it now because I did my Karl Lagerfeld research. But the thing is, you don't really get to see a whole lot of Chloé often in exhibits. It's not really a brand that is super duper popular and people love it and they just, want to always see it like a Chanel or a Dior. The Jewish Museum put on this exhibit of Chloé, which was done by Gabi Ayon, who was a Jewish Egyptian designer who then moved to Paris and in reality created the brand Chloé that we know and that we love. And so this TikToker was showing it off. I went to go see the exhibit. It was really good. It was really cool. I went with the BF. We had a grand old time. We really enjoyed ourselves. I feel like he learned a lot. I feel like I learned a lot. And it's nice to get to see a lot of the pieces up close and personal. They had a lot of Karl Lagerfeld sort of era pieces, but also they had stuff from when Gabby was doing it herself. They had pieces from all the different designers like Phoebe Philo and Stella McCartney, Martine Sitbon, who is a low-key fashion girlies that know. They also had Natasha Ramsey Levi. To my ledge. I miss her. I love that era of Chloé. It made me so happy. But also Gabriella Hearst as well. And they had this room, which is at the front of this TikTok, which is essentially all of the blouses from different Chloé collections throughout the decades, which I thought was really cool because in reality, like the Chloé blouse is the thing I think that historically has always been a hero product for the brand. And so to see all these different iterations over the decades and how they're all kind of similar, but also all kind of different was really fun. It was a really good exhibit. I really enjoyed it. Okay, next up, a DIY Samba.
I'm like, this is my type of carrying on. Let's go. So I headed straight to the Adidas store in Lenox and I picked up a pair of Sambas. I already got the pins. So
I love that.
All I needed. And then as soon as I got home, I immediately got
Look at those beautiful little white and black Sambas. Also, I guess the tongues do pull out on a Samba and they can be quite long, which I did not know because I'm like not a Samba girl. I love the Samba or the Sambaers, but I am just not that. And also watch our 2023 trend video because that's where we talk about the Samba being the shoe of 2023.
I've been collecting pins for years.
Oh, that's cool.
Time to shine. And I was too afraid to just start like poking at it. So
a little Hey Arnold.
Around with placement.
Wow, we're going Cartoon Network. I love that.
And works for me. So if you're a scaredy cat like me, I suggest just doing that if you don't, just want to start going at it.
I have a question about the tape. No offense. Maybe there is like sort of more industrial kind of tape, but I just would wonder like my tape, if I used tape, which I would probably take Scotch tape and put it on a shoe, would fall off in 2 seconds. Assume you need a little bit of a sturdier tape.
But this is me just showing my cute pins along the way. I'm a 90s girl at heart, as you can tell.
I love that.
And I was so nervous, but I did it.
Oh no, so she does pin them in.
If you don't want your pins to go missing, you can get those off Amazon.
Yeah, okay.
But once I started getting comfortable, I'm like, oh my God, this is going to turn out
They're cool. I like them. It's the tape is used to like hold them in place so you know what your collage looks like. I see.
I love Hey Arnold. Who doesn't love Hey Arnold? I mean, one of the best shows, period.
Chic.
I have my Atlanta Diva.
Oh, Babs. Honestly, iconic movie.
Like, oh my God, this is going to turn out so good.
I love BAPS. I watched BAPS with my parents. It was great. We had a good time.
It was super fun. I love Hey Arnold. Who doesn't love Hey Arnold? I mean, one of the best shows, period. I have my
Oh,
Atlanta
I
Diva
love
pin. I
that.
designed these. They're in my TikTok shop if you would like one. Shameless plug. And
Oh, Waffle House. I also love Waffle House. Not right now because they should pay people more, but love Waffle House in general.
slander, okay? The real ones know. The real ones know. I'm sorry. And at this point, I'm just like stacking it. I even went back to the
Oh,
other
that's
shoe
cool.
to add another one on.
And also, I guess I didn't think about this, but like the backings are probably a little bit heavy. And so that'll also, I feel like, help hold down the flap so it's not flipping and flapping up as flaps tend to do.
Because I really like how they kind of overlap. And
Oh, those are
I'm at this point,
cool.
I'm trying to hold my composure. Look how crazy I look underneath. And I also have these cute little eyelash
Oh,
pins I
that's
wanted
fun.
to add on there. Kind of like those annoying.
I like when people DIY stuff. I think it's chic and elegant.
And
I enjoy.
I don't even think I'm gonna wear these. They're gorgeous. They're art now.
Oh
I'm
no,
obsessed.
wear them. I want them to be worn. I think they're so cool. I
I'm
love them.
obsessed.
There is drama in the luxury retail talk.
Okay.
Like, I will
I'm
never
listening.
have the privilege to talk about how my $9,000 pair of earrings came in a cardboard box instead of a suede box, like a suede
Ooh.
jewelry box. But basically, these luxury brands are trying to push that, like, oh, the packaging's changed because it's sustainable now.
No. Because you know what's not sustainable? Plasticizing paper goods. You want to know what my Roman Empire is? The fact that we plasticize paper goods, everything has plastic on it, everything. And then we're like, it's sustainable. Is it? Is it sustainable to put plastic on cardboard so that it makes it harder to recycle? I know some recyclers are going to come in here and be like, no, actually, you can recycle. I'm sure you can. But like, you can't just dye cardboard with like, I don't know, food grade dye and get the blue and the red and the yellow and the green and the purple and whatever color you have and you want. You can't do that. That's my big issue. Always. Stop plasticizing things. Please. Please, for all of our sake.
And clients are calling major
Ooh.
BS. And as somebody that worked in luxury retail, they're absolutely right. They're calling their BS as they should. I worked for a company that discontinued its complimentary service and like didn't say a word to its customers. Like, our team was like, if anybody asks, just tell them that it was discontinued, that they can go to this cobbler, but you know, we're unfortunately not extending the complimentary service anymore. But they get a discounted price. While like doubling the price of their shoes, but not doubling the pay that we get. The last thing they care about is sustainability.
I agree. I'm going to be honest. I really, truly agree. I think that in reality, and I say this, I feel like all the time, people do not understand what goes into making clothes. And that's like a new thing. That's something that I would say probably has only come out less than 100 years ago. I would say even less than 80 years ago, because people historically have made their clothes that they wear. Everyday regular people, they make their own clothes. They get the fabric. Sometimes they even make the fabric. And in reality, they put together garments. The thing is, when we got to ready to wear, which was a great idea, it's a great, notion and I respect it and all that jazz. But like when we got to that, slowly but surely people didn't really understand what goes into making clothes, how hard it is, how much fabric you need, how much fabric costs per yard, per meter, per centimeter, like all of that. It's gone. It's done. Not entirely, but for the most part. And so what happened is if your customer doesn't know what they should be expecting because they don't really have the technical understanding of the thing, then in reality, you can sell them whatever you want for however much you want because in reality, and I know I say in reality a lot, but in reality, they don't know what the they're doing. And so if they don't know what they're doing, how would they know that that's too much or they're not getting it as much as they should or, oh, the packaging is different? Like, they don't know. We don't know. And that by they, I mean we. It's us, all of us. There are people that work in fashion that are designers and things like that that absolutely know what's going on because in reality they work with that product. But even myself, I get duped, I get knocked and offed, I get scammed, I get scrupulized. It's a thing. It happens. You don't know, and so it's easier to sell you stuff. Be wary of the whole like we're sustainable. You're not sustainable. Sorry, you are not sustainable because you guys make a bunch of product that nobody buys, nobody needs, nobody wants. And then you're like, oh, it's a business loss. Let me write off my taxes because nobody bought it. But you produced it. I agree with this whole notion that you can't tell me that, oh, these things are most definitely, oh, sustainability, purposeful, and all that jazz. Because as she said, like, you're not paying anybody any more money. And I mean, like, wages have stagnated. I'm not going to get into the whole socio-political, blah, blah, but like wages for fashion designers specifically, I can't speak to other things, but like, I have friends that technically are on, to me, the same level as somebody that does the blueprints of a tall, gigantic building in New York, and they don't make a lot of money. When I heard how much money they made, I said, well, you're more skilled than I am. So that's not good. There's a lot of people that work in fashion. I know we see it as like glamorous and BBB and da-da-da. It's wonderful. There's so much technical work that goes into it. There's so much math and geography and physics and geometry. That's just that. We're not even getting into like learning craft, like embroidery, learning how to pleat things, handmade things, painting, you know, doing motif print design. Like there's so much in there. It takes a lot of time and effort to learn. And those people aren't making any more money. The only people making more money are people at the tippity top. I agree with this. Be wary. You know, brighter things. My icon, my legend, Martha May Whovier. I mean, I know like Christmas has passed, but if you've never seen The Grinch, like The Grinch with Jim Carrey, The Grinch, I'm so sorry for your loss, but you should watch it because the outfits that Martha May Whovier wears, iconic. I'd like to do a video on it. It's like, I'm sorry, that's a serve. That's the nightgown I would like. This robe, Christine Baranski, icon. I mean, listen. The beautiful necklace, the hair, the little strawberry. Yeah. Oh, stun. Santa who? I don't know. Mrs. Claus, don't know her because that's my Santa. That's my Mrs. Claus. Ugh, like the little fur stole. Oh, the white. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. I know that a lot of the Martha May Whovier outfits were inspired by the 1950s style, so that's why you have the sort of big, beautiful, bountiful sort of gowns, but also you have these beautiful robes that are probably inspired by 1940s things as well. It's really cool. I love. No way. How did you get that dress? It sold out everywhere.
Is without a doubt the lowest, most awful creature that ever walked the planet.
I'm just intrigued by this.
Thank you.
A, because of the sound, obviously from The Parent Trap, iconic Lindsay Lohan, one of her best roles, I would say. Ever. At the same time, I'm just intrigued because 600,000 people like this. Oh, it's an H&M haul, is it? H&M dress. Okay, and also in the search bar, because what happens is when people like a video and they want to talk about a video, they want to know where something is from, you find the dress. Oh my god, wow, this dress, the viral dress from H&M. Now listen, I don't really like to talk about fast fashion. It's not my thing at all. I'm just intrigued by the way that a lot of these things go viral and people see something that they like and they're like, I want that, I need that. And the thing is, this dress looks good on this girl. It's a bit 60s sacky dress with white crystals and big sort of bell sleeves, not too big bell sleeves, but like bell sleeves. And then it has the bow in the back that's like kind of the dramatic. And like she's serving it, I would say, personally. Like, she knows what she's doing. I appreciate it. But I'm just always so intrigued by the fact that like this is how information transfers now in our day and our age. This is how you say, oh, that's a chic dress. Everybody wants that dress. That's how that happens. Historically, it was fashion magazines were the things that put that out there. Maybe it was commercials in the 1970s and the 1980s. I mean, the Calvin Klein jeans when Brooke Shields was in the ad campaign, put it out there. So everybody wanted Calvins. And then there were lines down the street in the malls because everybody wanted Calvins. I'm just intrigued by the way that now, from this one video, 11-second video, they know the SKU number. They know the SKU number for the dress. We're doing our think pieces about it. The viral dress. Everybody needs. Everybody wants.
Viral.
Let's see what she's saying.
Dress apparently before it went viral, because I think I got it when it came out, because I happened to be at the mall and I went into H&M and I was like, oh my gosh, this dress is so cute. It has a little bow in the back. And then I've seen it literally all over TikTok. Like every single person has it and it's sold out. Some people are saying it's really ugly, but I think it's cute. I think it's giving Blair Waldorf.
I mean, listen, like, you have to like know, I would say, what the dress is trying to do. The dress is obviously 1960s inspired because, no offense to the designers at H&M, again, they're also like technically proficient and I respect them as designers, but they didn't invent an A-line dress with bell sleeves. You know what I mean? Like, it's a reference from somewhere that they got, I would say probably the 60s, maybe early 70s, something like that. It's very skinny white girl, youth quake, 1960s A-line Mary Kwan kind of vibe. That's what it is. People can say it's ugly. It definitely looks like a sack, and that's why I said sack. But I get why people say that because it's oversized or whatever. But I would say that more or less being a skinny person wearing this style makes it a little bit more attractive, because in the 1960s was the aesthetic of the mods and the young women that were wearing the A-line styles. So, just saying.
I've been working in the Deadstock fabric industry for 10 years.
All right.
I'm still amazed how much Deadstock fabric there is.
That's a lot. Now, Deadstock fabric, if you don't know, and she might go on to explain this, but Deadstock fabric is fabric that was made by either a textile mill or was commissioned by a fashion brand to be made to a specific style so that they could show it in their lookbooks or the runway, or just produce garments with that fabric. But the fabric isn't to the quality or the specification that they want. So maybe a brand said, I want Sunshine Daisy's Buttermellow Orange, but in reality they got neon orange. So that fabric, instead of it being, you know, just chucked into a landfill, because that would be bad, but I also think probably would have been done, they will take the fabric, they'll either give it to a resale shop, or they'll give it to a Deadstock textile fabric factory or whatever, and they will resell that fabric. So maybe it will be young designers who are in school who, you know, need cheap fabric because it's like discount, essentially secondhand. That's what happens. And so I'm intrigued by how much Deadstock that actually is, because this is just one place. This is just one place in California. There are Deadstock fabric stores all over New York. And then on top of it, there's probably one in most major cities in the US. And now I'm not even talking about the UK, I'm not talking about France, I'm not talking about Italy, I'm not talking about Nigeria, I'm not talking about Japan, I'm not talking about China. Like there has to be Deadstock all over.
This is a small amount. As designers, we can ask textile mills to lower their minimum yardage amount. This is a main reason for Deadstock fabric. We can also create...
Now, I assume that what she's saying is with the minimum yardage, a textile mill will say, I'm only going to make fabric if you buy this much. That's what happens also with a lot of fashion brands when they're young, too, is the factories that produce things will say, you need to make a minimum number of garments, let's say 200. Because if you make 100, then it's going to cost me a lot of money to do it, and you're not really paying me enough as the factory to make those. And I assume it's the same thing with the textile factories, and they're going to say, no, I need this much money for it to make sense for me to even do it. Otherwise, it's a waste of my time. I assume that's why it's happening.
Smaller collections. There's a lot of solutions.
That part, that's a big part. Let's make smaller collections
for the problem at hand. And I feel any opportunity that these fabrics can get a new home is a win. That's why I'm so proud to offer Deadstock fabrics to brands, designers, even hobby sewists, seamstress, crafters. However you identify, help me keep this fabric from going to waste.
I agree, 100%. I know that, like, even, you know, if you're a hobbyist person, you might buy fabric online because it's easier that way. But that's all new fabric. So, like, if you get it for cheaper because it's Deadstock, it's pretty great, isn't it? I think that's what we should be doing. And again, these conversations that we're having right now in this video, and that So by So is having on TikTok, needs to be had, because the more we know, the more we understand, and the more we understand, the more we are educated consumers and customers of things. And then that allows us to demand better. If we demand better, things might get a little bit better. That's the goal. Oh, corporate ballerina. Honestly, I love that. I love that so much. There's something about this that I'm kind of obsessed with. I love the little tutu skirt. I love little ballet flats. Like, I would never wear them, but I would love them from afar, from a distance. The braid scarf, stan. So chic, so cute. The big coat over top, again, I love. I think the other thing too is, like, this is a great example of, you don't necessarily need to, like, buy some really little coat that's going to go with your tutu and your ballet slippers and all that sort of, like, you can wear the clothes that you have and it transforms the look. Maybe it's not exactly the aesthetic that you want, but, like, it changes it up. And also you're using the garments that you have, you're not just throwing them away for, like, one little outfit. I love that. Wait, I'm also dead. This tutu has been the office gab. I love a gab. I love a gab. I also love that we're now saying yap. I yap all the time. I think that's what I do for a living. I yap for a living, and I feel seen. Yeah, I'm obsessed with this corporate ballerina aesthetic. Maybe it's a thing, maybe it's not, but, like, for Camille, it's a thing. It's her aesthetic, and that I love. Oh, this is also really interesting. Guys, just so you know, if you have any, like, suede product ever, whether it's a coat, whether it's a shoe, whether it's a bag, spray it. And I don't mean just like spray it with anything, but there are literal treatments that I have them, it's a bottle, and it's not spray can like that. It's just like a spritzer sprayer. And what I would do is, I know I'm always wearing Birkenstocks on camera, but whatever. I haven't done it actually with these and I need to do it. But I'll spray the whole thing once to get that waterproof resistance situation going on here. And then I spray it again after, like a day later. You have to read the instructions. What that will do is if I go out in the rain, which I try not to do with my suede, but you know, if I had to, if something happened, they would be protected. They would be a little bit more water resistant. So I've done that with Birkenstocks. I've done that with sneakers. I've done that with coats, actually, like shearlings and suede coats that have, you know, a vintage things. But that's a thing. You can do that. So look into that. Again, the more that we look at how to care for our clothing, that builds a longevity for said clothing. And that in reality makes things a lot better. The other thing is I'm reading this book. It's called Fur, Fortune, and Empire. And it's essentially about the fur trade in the United States and how fur was a big sort of component of the colonists and coming to America to make money and yada yada. But the thing that I find really interesting is a lot of the Native Americans that are from the US and who were trading with all of these European colonists who were trying to get the fur, they wore, I would assume, a lot of suede, a lot of animal skins. And now I'm just wondering, before you had, you know, waterproof resistant sprays and things like that, how did they stop their suede from getting ruined in the wet? Because that means you can wear them for longer.
Because it's iconic.
Not so basic guide to ballet flats. Gani wide buckle ballerinas. Sandy Leanne. These I feel like were done by the row first. Mila Sullivan aqua ballerina shoes. I'm dead because I thought were New Balances. Those are fun. Those are cute.
Yeah.
Wait, this is also me. Sorry, this is just a fun one.
Heels on my tippies. Dough, say and Gabbana, that's on my titties.
I love a crazy heel. Sorry, I know. I do. Like, that's wild. Also, the bodysuit is taking me out. For the bow obsessed. Aw, cute. I'm also screaming at Cassie. Screaming. I'm intrigued. A little cutout, little cutie dress. Fun. Okay, so it's a breakaway puffer. And the thing that I always say now when I think of a puffer is, are you from New York even if you're not wearing your black puffer? I'm intrigued by Staten Island. Me, my people. But no, I'm intrigued by the fact that these are breakaway jackets. They're utilitarian. I feel like breakaway styles like that, you know, things that you can unzip or unclip, they definitely have had their moment. Historically, I feel like it's more so in menswear. And a lot of times I think about it, maybe like a Yohji Yamamoto, a Helmut Lang, things like that. It was like late 90s, early 2000s, maybe in the 80s as well. I'm just intrigued by the way that these things then can like reach mainstream audiences. And also the way that people market their own brands, because 1920 is obviously this brand that makes their own, you know, puffers that are detachable and breakaway. I'm just intrigued by the way that modern marketing works. Oh, also you can turn the bottom of the jacket into a bag. Love. Here's the thing I'm going to say. I would not buy this because I recently bought a black puffer jacket, so I don't need one. I bought mine from Entire Studios. It's very chic. It's very big. It's my favorite thing ever. But if you're looking for something that doubles, something that breaks away, this is cool. I think that's an intriguing concept. I like the idea of it. It feels like more and more we're getting into multi-functioning garments and pieces and things. I respect that. And also, like, the amazing thing is, yeah, if you're in the airport and you had to wear a puffer and then you have to take it off, awful, because then you have to carry it. But now she just has a little vest. She's still a little warm, but now she has two like, I like that. It's a cool concept. That's what I mean. Is like also somebody has to think that up. That takes time. That takes effort. That takes like schematics. Okay, you can't just be like, let me cut up a jacket and turn it into a bag. Like, no, you have to do some R&D, research and development. So shout out to 1920. That's cool. Ooh, rusted antique women's handbag restored. I don't know how a handbag gets rusted. Maybe if it's made of metal? I guess it must be a metal bag. Ooh. 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 Oh, so I guess it is. Ooh, it's blue. She's really oxidized. That's a beautiful blue color. Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's beautiful. That color is beautiful. Statue of Liberty vibes. I'm trying to figure out. Oh. The sound is kind of crazy. Okay, so it must be doing something, you know, adding some sort of product that will remove the rust. Oh, and maybe that's baking soda? Wow, look at that little color. She's cute. See, it also like is fun to just watch people craft, you know? This is a craft. To restore metal like that, to work on it, to really play with it. I think that's chic and elegant. I'm intrigued. Wow. Wow. You're gonna give us a little grip action with metal sponge, mesh sponge. The copper looks beautiful though. Oh, okay. Now we're banging. I don't know what we're banging. Okay, so that's so you can fit the chains back in there. That's nice. Wow. Oh. A little polishing tool, I assume? Damn, this bag is really getting the work done. Oh, it's so shiny. Oh. Okay, we're adding a little canvas on the inside, so it's not just everything in metal. Gluing it down. Chic, 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 chic. I respect. For me, but like respect. She looks great. She looks beautiful. I think that's cool. Oh, also it's good to know about the tape. Putting tape on your needle nose pliers because that might make it a little bit less damaging. Wow.
I shop old dresses from Target.
Wow. I hate that dress.
Couture.
Wait, this is me.
That first pre-owned dress on
I love this. This is fun. Made out of all, I assume, bags, like reusable bags. That's my other Roman Empire. We have so many of these goddamn recycled bags. You know, they're reusable bags. But how many of us don't actually bring the reusable bags to the store? Because I do it on occasion. I know, I'm not perfect. I know myself. My issue is we're just creating, again, plasticized fabric. None of those bags are usually made out of natural fibers. That's the other conversation that we have to have is natural fibers will break down. Plastic fibers will not. And so we just keep buying more and more plastic. So we're not actually beating the whole idea of recycling and doing better for the environment. We're just buying more plastic. That Amazon one is kind of crazy. Also, again, other Roman Empire, those Amazon parcels, you have to recycle them at the store. That's a loophole and a half, isn't it? Let's wake that conversation up. Oh, okay. This might be the pantless trend coming through.
She the fun one.
Oh, with a little blazer. Okay. I think the pantless moment, it's good for like a holiday situation, I would say. Ooh, I love an embroidery. Oh, little fishes. Look how cute. Little fish. Aw. I love that. I know I'm talking a lot about plastic, but like, at least they're cute. At least somebody put time and effort into them. I wonder if they could turn plastic into pellets that could become beads. Just thought.
Yo.
Okay, so this is the Ghani team. This is what they wore. I'm screaming at the tunic, the dress tunic. I love a tunic with a pant. Maybe not that, but I respect it. I also just like love the way people dress. Wow. Ghani really said tunic and pant is here. It's happening. People need it. People want it. Also, this Nicki Minaj Azalea Banks is taking me out.
Don't be trying to double back. I already despise you.
Okay.
Okay, so this is how I spend.
Sometimes I just save things that I enjoy. This I enjoy. I love this. This Gucci print is taking me out. Stockings aren't Gucci, but I wish the stockings were Gucci. But this dress is also, like, I assume, like a strapless style because that black is connected to the skirt and I'm kind of obsessed with what's going on at the bodice. And then right at the midway on the waist, it just like hits Gucci monogram. I love her. I want to be her. I'm obsessed with her. Hopefully Gucci lets me come to the next Gucci collection and this is going to be my fit. That's my outfit. That's what I want to wear. Wait, the coat. I'm screaming. I'm screaming at the little parka situation. Go you. Go actress go. I love. I do. I think it's so fun. Oh, I like that. That's cute.
Merry Christmas.
I
Fashion
love
finals
her.
get pretty crazy, and I feel like no one ever talks about it. So I thought today I'd make a little video talking about some of the.
Oh my god. I'm sorry.
So
that coat. I know people get mad at me when I say this because I have.
I'd make a little video.
I love monkey fur. And I know that's controversial opinion, but like I love the look of it. I'm sorry. I don't own any. Okay? I'm just saying I like the look of it historically. And that to me looks like monkey fur because it's long. I saw a woman actually walking down the street in New York, like maybe in the past year, that was wearing, I don't know if it was real. I assume it wasn't. I assume it was just kind of made of plastic fibers to look like that, almost like synthetic hair. It looked like a monkey fur jacket. And I was like, wow.
The craziest things I've seen.
You could probably turn a wig or a bunch of wigs into a monkey fur or monkey faux fur jacket.
Finals week in fashion school. Disclaimer, these are things I've seen both at FIT and HauteLeMode, not just one school. So something that is really common, of course, during finals week is that students literally collapse and pass out, which people...
Yeah, nobody really talks about, like, fashion design school seems really intense. I remember going to FIT and I was like doing a little advertising and marketing, and then I'd like look at all the fashion design people and I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, that looks awful.
People are always so shocked when I tell them this, but this is actually quite normalized in fashion school. I've seen a girl have a seizure from stress, like in the middle of...
The coat looks great, but seizure, no good.
I've seen people pass out in the middle of their final presentation, I think like 3 times. But one of...
That's really not good. Oh, and HauteLeMode, I believe, is in Milan. I think I've been to HauteLeMode multiple times. The little tortoiseshell patent leather shorts. Adidas sent me the new, the next It Girl sneakers. Okay. Human Race. I think that's Pharrell. Pretty positive Pharrell is, right? Pharrell is the Human Race brand. Oh, so they're Sambas? Little pink and white Sambas? I'm intrigued. Interesting. I also like the fact that there's, like, they look, maybe it's just the lighting, but I don't think it is because the sheets are white, that they almost look yellowed already. Like, it's not just from over time. Oh, I love this. Sorry, I know this is about makeup. It's not about fashion, but I love a maximalist eye moment. Personally, I do. I just think it's, like, artistic. I think it's a canvas that's just on your body, and I'm obsessed. It's also very fashion. Wow. I also could watch people do this all day long. I love. Wow. They're like little gold bars. Fun! In your everyday life, you don't have to do that. But, like, I also personally just think that for a lot of, like, celebrities, when it comes to red carpet and stuff, like, I get it, clean face, I get it. But also, like, maybe put a little effort in here with the makeup artist and, like, be a little bit adventurous and exciting. Because, like, it builds into the storyline of what's going on with the full look. Sorry, just saying. Love. Me, yeah. The Avava little shoes, yeah. I love a little glove finger shoe. Vavav, which is an Italian brand, makes all those really crazy runways that are really funny and also, like, look at, like, different things and, you know, have, like, a commentary on social experiences. And they make these shoes and I love them and they're ridiculous. Again, hits the mainstream. These are Louis Vuitton shoes. I think they're from the most recent collection or two. They look like you're wearing, you know, white socks and a little black pump, but in reality, they're not. They're just color that way. Me. That's a great reference. I don't know if this is like skit kind of thing, but like, if it's not, fantastic reference.
Oh my God. Are you wearing these shoes now? It's actually Louis Vuitton. Thank you very much. Louis Vuitton? How much did you buy it? £2,000. £2,000? That the money I will use to buy 200. Are you going to be tap dancing with this?
I love.
Is that skin on the shoe? Yeah, that's skin. Can I keep it? I thought you didn't like it. I like it. Nah.
Yeah, I love that. I think that's fun. I just feel like it's like fun conversation, talking, what's going on, what we're seeing, what's happening. I hope I didn't diatribe you all too much. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you want more of these. And TTYO.